Ethan had stopped believing in destiny the night his world collapsed quietly. No dramatic goodbye, no final scream, just an empty apartment and the echo of promises that no longer knew his name. Love, he decided, was a beautiful lie people told themselves to survive. That was why he entered the old bookstore, not to find meaning, but to escape it. The book fell from the shelf as if pushed by an invisible hand. Its cover was cracked, salt-stained, older than regret. When Ethan opened it, something slid into his palm, a map, hand-drawn, trembling with age. A narrow path traced across a coastline, ending at a lighthouse circled in red ink. The name beneath it made his breath hitch, a lighthouse that had burned down decades ago. That night he dreamed of waves breaking against stone, of a light pulsing like a heart refusing to die. By morning, the map felt heavier, as if demanding to be followed. The call to adventure had been whispered, and once heard, it could not be silenced. The journey punished him for believing. Storms flooded the roads, ferries were canceled. Locals laughed when he showed them the map. "There's nothing there," they said. "Just ruins, just ghosts." With every step, doubt clawed at him. Was he chasing a fantasy because he was too afraid to stay broken? Was grief disguising itself as hope? More than once, Ethan almost turned back. But something deeper, something stubborn and aching, kept him moving forward. The final path led him to a cliff overlooking a violent sea. The wind screamed, rain lashed his face, and there, where the lighthouse should have stood, were only stones and shadows. Then he saw her. Mara was kneeling among the ruins, hands raw, clothes streaked with dust and salt. She lifted stones gently, reverently, as if each one remembered something sacred. Her hair was tied back carelessly, strands escaping in the wind. Her expression wasn't sad, it was determined. She looked up and froze, as if he were the impossible thing now standing before her. "You're lost," she said softly. "So were you," he replied, surprising himself. They didn't speak of love at first. They spoke of storms, of loss, of the strange urge to rebuild what the world had abandoned. Mara had come there after her own heartbreak, not to wait for anyone, but to save herself. The lighthouse had once guided her father home from the sea. When it burned, something inside her had gone dark too. Rebuilding it was her way of surviving. Days turned into weeks. Together they worked in silence and laughter, hands brushing, glances lingering just a second too long. Ethan felt himself changing, his grief loosening, his heart daring to open. The trials weren't only physical. Loving again meant risking everything he had sworn never to lose again. The night the lighthouse was finished, a storm rose like a final test. Waves crashed violently below. The wind threatened to undo everything they had built. Mara stood at the top, fear flickering in her eyes. "What if the light doesn't work?" she whispered. "What if we rebuild everything and still end up alone?" Ethan stepped closer, rain soaking them both. "Then at least we didn't stay in the dark." He lit the flame. The light ignited, soft at first, then strong, cutting through the storm like a promise kept. Mara broke down in his arms, not from sadness, but from release, from the realization that she didn't have to be strong alone anymore. At dawn, the storm passed. The sea calmed. The lighthouse stood, not as a monument to the past, but as a declaration of survival. Ethan finally understood. The map hadn't been magic. The lighthouse hadn't been destiny. The journey had stripped him down so he could meet someone who wasn't waiting to be saved, but ready to build beside him. Love, he realized, isn't about finding the light. It's about becoming it together.
If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps keep these stories alive. Thank you for being here.